So this video is for you if you feel like nothing is happening in your life right now. And one of the example he gave that I can't forget was the example of Joseph. Joseph was one example that I know that passed through this waiting season, from the period that he had a dream about his brothers and the family bowing to him, to the period that he told his family about his dream, to the period that the family sold him out, to the period from putting him inside the pit, they sold him out, from selling him, Potiphar bought him, he went to Potiphar's house, from Potiphar's house to prison, then from prison to prime minister. That's period. I'm very sure that if God had showed Joseph how he was going to amount to his brothers bowing to him, I'm very sure he would have told him to give it to somebody else. I just said the 10 promises from God for every pain. The first one is knowing Jesus outweighs everything you could have or lose in this life. Having him in your life outweighs whatever thing you are going to lose, whatever thing you are going to gain during your waiting season, during your entire life. And the truth is, when he wants to restore, how you will restore it, you'll not even remember there was a period you passed through pain. That is how God does. And the scripture that is going to be guiding you is Philippians 3 from verse 8 to 9. If you have time, please read the scriptures. The second one is every trial is helping to prove the genuineness of your faith and joy. Every trial you face is not for God to punish you, but is not for because God is wicked, it's not because anything. It's just to prove whether your faith is genuine, because it's when your faith is being tried, you know that the people that really even love God, or people that is just there for what they are going to benefit. The third one says all your pain is preparing you to care for others in pain. And there's some things you pass through, you develop automatically you have a compassionate heart, and you will not want anybody to pass through that thing again. You will just be compassionate, like in you that is hard, you become soft. So sometimes all your pain is preparing you. For the second one, the scripture is 1 Peter chapter 6 from verse 1 Peter chapter 1 from verse 6 to 7. Then this third one said, all your plan is preparing you to care for others in pain. 2 Corinthians chapter 1 from verse 3 to 4. Please study the scriptures. The fourth one said, over time, suffering will fuel, not hurt your hope and your joy. It fuels it. For everybody that is walking in their passion or in their purpose, just look at them, ask them questions. Always a story to tell. So sometimes your suffering is not to hurt you, but it's just to fuel your hope and your joy. You can see that in Romans chapter 5 from verse 3 to 5. The fifth one said, no suffering can steal what Jesus bought for you. See, no amount of suffering that you suffer in this life can buy whatever Jesus has prepared for you. That's why he said, for our affliction is but for a while, a little while, after which he will bless you, he will restore, he will refine, he will do all those things. So nothing that you are passing through is compared to whatever thing that God has destined for your life. Then the sixth one, you can see it in Hebrews chapter 10 verse 34. The sixth one said, Jesus never gets tired of taking care of the tired. That is one thing. For the fact that you are aligned, attuned to the purpose of God for your life, there is no way he will not take care of you. Taking care of you is a must. He will supply whatever thing you need. You can see that in Matthew 11, 28 to 30. The seventh one said, suffering will give you faith and strength to endure to the end. If your faith is not tried, you will easily give up on the road. But when your faith is being tried, it will help you to endure to the last, because what have you not seen? You have seen even worse. So whether you experience whatever thing that is coming along your way, it means nothing to you, because when you remember what you have passed through, when you've been through, be like, this one is a small thing now. It will help you to endure to the end. And you see it in James chapter 1 from verse 2 to 4. The eighth one said, God will pour out his infinite riches to meet your daily needs. For your daily needs, God is going to be supplying it according to his riches, not according to your account balance, not according to anything, but according to his riches. Then the ninth one said, not only 1/8 of your pain is meaningless, but is producing glory for you. For every pain that you have passed through during your waiting season, it is not meaninless, but it is producing glory for you in the future. All those pains, all those cry, all those tears is not wasted. God is not a wicked God. He said that we have a high priest that what bears in his body the feeling of our infirmity. So there is no way he will allow you to pass through those pain and allow it to go free like that. No. For every pain that you have passed through, it is producing in you a glory for the future. You are going to see it in 2 Corinthians 4 from verse 16 to 17. And the last one said, all your suffering will end one day down to the very last years. Waiting season has an end. Yes, but the truth is, we don't even know when it's going to end. That's why you have to be sober and vigilant, because you can pass through all the waiting season, maybe 2 seconds to when God is going to bless you. You can give up. And the truth is, you will not receive it. God might not tell you this is the time it's going to end, but you yourself, you always have to tarry and ask God for the grace to help you to tarry to the end. Said, even while it tarry, wait for it, it will come. So whether it is taking 5 years, 10 years, 2 years, whatever, always learn how to tarry in the presence of God. You can see it in Revelation 21 from verse 4. So this is like an encouragement to us being Christians. Please, your waiting season is not a dying season. It's not a season that to start thinking that God hates you. Rather, it's a season that draws you closer to God and have to know whatever thing that God has destined for your life. I hope this video blesses you. Please, if you're in that season, whatever you're doing, please let us know. If you can relate to whatever thing I've said in this video, please let us know in the comment section, and also let us know what stood out for you.